And they hate that. And they hate that. Yeah. What's up? Eat 'em up, yo. Yeah, I was on a little diet. Eat 'em up.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Now from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Strebler to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now it's Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Johnson. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now. than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Here's Strebler. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Johnson running left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. To return is Taylor. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Strebler. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Strebler. Steps away to his left. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. On play action, Strebler. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Strebler. Forced out to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Here's Strebler. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. On first down, it's Strebler. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second and 10, it's Strebler. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Back to Taylor on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. On first and 10, here's Strebler. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. The 20. trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the track.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Johnson running right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Strebler to throw. On the move to his left. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley Cox. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gain. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And our game's hit a little bit. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Corey Willis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They give to Taylor out of the gun. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now Strebler. He'll buy some time right. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley Cox from 8 yards out. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
To throw is Strebler.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That's Gallup on the slant.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross there to make the grab.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see. And they'll call that one every time.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On third down, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Corey Davis, 29 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Taylor runs over him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.